Good morning. Welcome to the Nassau County Board of County Commissioners meeting for Wednesday, January 21st, 2026. Please join me for the invocation given by Mr. Irvin Gilliard and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Our Heavenly Father, we honor you, we praise you, and we're so thankful for this Board of County Commissioners meeting this morning. And we just ask that as they go through this agenda, that you just lead and guide them in a direction that's best for the citizens of Nassau County. Continue to bless them and their families. And we ask a blessing for our incoming chairperson, that you just endow her with all the knowledge and information that she needs in this position. Continue to look on those that support them through the county manager's office, the county attorney's office, our first responders. And we always ask prayer for our military, especially those that are out of the country. Bless them and keep them. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Will you please call the roll?
Commissioner Gray,
Here.
Commissioner Farmer,
Here.
Commissioner Martin,
Here.
and Chair McCullough.
Yes, ma'am.
And absent is Chair, or Commissioner Huffman. I apologize.
County Manager, do you have any expansions or deletions to the agenda?
Not this morning, ma'am, thank you.
Madam Attorney?
I have none, thank you.
Thank you. Presentations, the time limit is 15 minutes. County Manager, Mr. Pope, will you come to the podium to recognize employees for years of service?
Yes, ma'am, thank you for the opportunity. Today's a special day. We got two gentlemen we're going to recognize today that are great leaders within the organization and great members of our community. Two men that I've worked with over the years in different capacities and have great respect for what they do for the citizens of Nassau County. First, I have Director Marsh come forward with Mr. Stokes. So Mr. Stokes is celebrating his 20th year with Nassau County, and not only has he done amazing things over that period, and I'll let Darren go into it more, but he and I were actually in the same orientation class together, came into the organization together at the same time, and he's moved up through the ranks in the road department, become one of our finest operators. So it's a great pleasure and a privilege to celebrate his longevity, and I can tell you that the work he does doesn't go unnoticed. I see him on the roads. I can think, during the storms last year, he was out in the Wilson Neck area, working hard, setting the culverts and doing work out there for the citizens, and I know that was greatly appreciated. I know Commissioner Gray received a lot of calls on that project specifically, and so we'll recognize Mr. Stokes this morning. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank y'all, and like I say, it's a privilege to be here to honor Sherrod today for the 20 years. And one thing I say about Sherrod, he's like a lot of gentlemen we got. He come in from the bottom and has worked his way up to the top, as high as you can go as an operator. But he's more than an operator. He holds that title. But if I had to, describe Sherrod, what he does for the road department, he's like one of them multi-tools, them Leatherman that that does everything. That's Sherrod. He's like. No matter what it is, from concrete work, asphalt work up to operating, he's there. So, he comes in each morning just waiting for his instruction because he knows that if something ain't right, we need help here, that we're going to send Sherrod out there. He's like having a good roll of duct tape. He'll fix anything. He's a very vital part, of the road department. And I just appreciate all he does, and, it's an honor working with him.
So
Thank you, Sherrod.
he's a Leatherman, he's duct tape, you left out WD-40.
Yeah, he's all of it. He's definitely all of it.
All right, I'll have Chief come up. So today we're going to recognize for 30 years of dedication to Nassau County, citizens of Nassau County, Battalion Chief James Castile. So I got to know James working through the union, actually, and he being in the meetings and having conversations. And I can tell you with the utmost confidence that James is a professional in not only his work in fire rescue, but then as a leader amongst his men, representing his men, always cordial, professional in interactions, and a great deal of respect for this gentleman and what he does for us, not just in the field, but as part of the organization and being a leader of men. And so it's a great honor. I'll turn it over to Chief Rignan, but again, 30 years of service to the citizens of Nassau County. You know, the gratitude obviously is off the chart. So thank you for your efforts, sir.
I like the duct tape analogy. This is our duct tape. James is very influential, very dependable. He's a battalion chief. He works on the west side of the county at Station 60. He supervises all of the west side units on his shift on a daily basis. Dependable, reliable. He's involved in IT projects. He's involved in computer projects. He's involved in our dispatching, many different things. And we depend on him. James, I want to say thank you. Appreciate all that you do for us on a daily basis. When he's not here, he enjoys outdoor activities. He likes fishing and hunting and that kind of stuff. And him and his wife have been married for almost 28 years. Almost 28 years. His oldest daughter is recently married, Hannah. She's here, and they have a son that wasn't able to be here today. But James, thank you for all you do for our department and keeping us on track and for the citizens of Nassau County. We appreciate it.
I'm glad you volunteered. Usually, Mr. Stokes ran out before we could call him to the podium. Like, he ran out. So, yes, sir, I would love that. Thank you.
I want to say it's been a wonderful 30 years. It's been a privilege to serve Nassau County. I have great memories here, and I'm looking forward to a few more.
Now that drop is 8 years, are you going to give us all 8 of them?
I'm already in the drop, so I am getting
Okay, yes,
all
sir.
8. So I'm looking at about 5-ish.
Okay, yes, sir. Well, what a lifetime of knowledge that you have, and I'm grateful that you continue to pour that in. We have so many up-and-coming new EMS, fire service, but your wealth of knowledge is essential. That's something education cannot give, so I appreciate you doing and sticking around with us for a few more years.
Thank you for hiring me 30 years ago. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Our next item of business is consent items. If any board member wishes to move a consent item to new business, please do so now. Does any member of the public wish to speak on a consent item? I do not have a speaker card.
Madam Chair,
Yes, sir, Mr. Martin.
I would like to move tab F from consent to new business.
I would like to move tab H from consent to new business. I will entertain a motion.
Madam Chair, I move to approve the consent agenda with the exceptions of tabs F and H.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Martin, second by Commissioner Farmer. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries 4-0. New business. Any member of the public may address any item under new business at this time. The time limit is 3 minutes each. Is there anyone who wishes to address any item under new business? And I do not have any speaker cards, so we will start with tab F. Approve and authorize the chair to sign contract number CM 4084 with NV5 Incorporated for professional engineering services for Phase 1 of the Hendricks Road Extension, Amelia Concourse, and County Road 107, mobility improvements in the amount of $1,050,000 $399,139.79.
Yes, good morning, Madam Chair, Commissioners. What you have before you in tab F is the Hendricks Road extension with the design portion of that project to connect Hendricks Road, where it terminates currently, over to the old Nassauville Road, County Road 107, and a leg that stretches up and connects to the Amelia Concourse there with an intersection. And again, this is in your CIP program and has been for some time, and we're now at the point where we're starting the design on this project. It is within the budget for those, actually two projects together under this one design, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have about the project or about this design contract.
Madam Chair, through Chair, Mr. Companion, how long will the design phase last? And then when should folks expect dirt to move?
Yes, sir. So at the moment, only the design is funded. The idea is that in the future, any developer or school board or the county could elect to go to the construction phase once we have harder numbers back during the design process. We don't want to go too far into, allocating funding when we're not quite sure where that's going to land. We have some estimates, but nothing finalized yet. So it's not funded yet for construction, but the design process usually takes about 12 to 18 months
And
before we
that's
have.
fully funded already.
The design is fully funded, yes, sir.
So I'm not asking for your opinion, I'm not gonna put you on the spot, but I'll offer my opinion. What the legislature does with property tax reform coming up in this session and any future sessions will determine whether or not we get past the design phase on projects such as this. Would you agree?
Yes, sir,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Mr. Gray? Oh, okay, yes, sir. Okay, motion, do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, Madam, I'm sorry.
We're good. We'll get
Oh,
through it.
I'm
this
good.
week.
Well, during my year, you called me Your Honor, so.
Okay. You're still your honor.
Madam Chair, I move to approve tab F.
Second.
Motion to approve tab F made by Mr. Martin, seconded by Mr. Farmer. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries 4-0. Tab H, consider the following. Number 1, approve and authorize the chairman to sign a resolution relating to posting no-through truck signs on County Road 121 from County Road 119 to the Duval-Nassau County line during the County Road 121 resurfacing and safety improvement construction project. Number 2, approve designated staff to install both no-through trucks and local deliveries only. Signs on County Road 121 from County Road 119 to the Duval-Nassau County line.
Yes, thank you again, Madam Chair. For tab H, as you know, the reconstruction project for County Road 121 is underway and has been for some time. There are required detours and single-lane traffic in there. At the moment, they're detouring some traffic onto Horseshoe Circle, which is a road that's a combination of some section paved, some section dirt that needs to be graded. It's not an ideal location to send semi-trucks through there. So we're asking, and the citizens that we have met with recently are asking for relief from the semi-truck traffic driving down Horseshoe Circle. Despite all the signs in the world, we still happen to find some larger trucks finding their way down there. So we would like to post it for no-through trucks, local traffic only, specifically during this construction time. And I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
I asked to pull this tab because this is in my district. We were at the community meeting together. This is one of those resounding concerns that the residents have, and so I just wanted to bring it to light. So thank you, Mr. Companion.
Madam Chair,
Yes, Mr. Gray?
motion to approve tab H.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Gray, seconded by Commissioner Farmer. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carries 4-0. That takes us to new business. Any member, just kidding, we're on new business. Tab I, staff recommended approval of a resolution of the Board of County Commissioners approving the updated priority group and eligible group ranking list for consideration under the Conservation Lands Acquisition and Management Program as recommended by the CLAM Committee. Dr. Clem, welcome.
Good morning, everybody. So I have a handout I want to make sure I give everybody related to presentation. So again, Madam Chair, County Commissioners, I'm incredibly grateful to be here today to be able to speak as Nassau County's new Conservation Land Manager. So I'll hand these out. Again, should be plenty of copies. Thank you, Amy. Okay, so Let me give a little bit of background and kind of give an update on where the CLAM program is at this point as related to the decision that we're seeking from the board today. So essentially, as a background, the CLAM program was established in January 2021 by the BOCC through Ordinance 2021-12. And the CLAM program provides framework to identify, evaluate, acquire, and manage environmentally sensitive land for conservation, preservation, and to afford recreational opportunities to present and future citizens of the county. To kind of show an outline of what that process looks like, it's a cyclical process. But essentially, we start with the nomination period, and the CLAM committee, as well as with working with our North Florida Land Trust, we create essentially a series of project groups. And those project groups are made of different parcels that were nominated. So anybody in Nassau County has the ability to nominate individual parcels as part of the CLAM program. And those parcels are kind of aggregated into different project areas. And then the CLAM committee essentially ranks those different project areas. And after they do that ranking, that comes to the board for approval. So you've gone through this process already before, back in 2022, as the initial ranking of the different project areas. So we're coming back to you all today because we've made some strides in that acquisition process, with examples of like Piney Island, as well as the St. Mary's Conservation easement that you all discussed the last commissioner meeting. So we're here today at that next point to talk about amending and updating that project ranking group. So to kind of give an outline of what this looks like, there's 3 groups that we look at. So we prioritize everything based off of our goals that were set up as part of CLAM, as well as looking at the CLAM rankings for those individual parcels. We look at items such as landowner participation, et cetera, to try to help determine what those scores of those project areas are. And those project areas are divided into those 3 categories as part of that ranking. There's a priority group, eligible group, and the non-eligible group. The priority group are the top 15 project areas that we have the ability to start reaching out to those landowners as part of that acquisition process. The eligible group, they are projects and parcels or projects that we can work towards, but we can't necessarily acquire them unless we have an opportunity for a bargain sale. And then anything that's not within those groups fall within the non-eligible at the time. So priority group, we have 15 priority groups and 10 eligible groups that are set up through the CLAM program. So the first map that you have in the packet's also up on the screen. That is the existing ranking. That's what we're looking at as of today. It was passed in 2022. So you see in that column that says current, you see how everything is lined up 1 through 25. And then the recommended is on the right, far right column. But this is looking at the distribution of the existing project areas across Nassau County. So what you can see is because we have those different groups, in red as our priority groups, and in that yellow color are eligible groups.
Madam Chair,
Yes, sir, Mr. Martin.
through Chair, Dr. Clem.
Yes, sir.
Educate me on this. Go back, yeah, there you go. I see Piney Island's number 1 currently.
Yes, sir.
Recommended to be number 2. But I thought the Piney Island acquisition was complete.
So that's a great question. So Piney Island.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Piney Island is, let me double check. I'm just thinking it's about 4 parcels total. We acquired 2 of those parcels, and we still have 2 unacquired parcels that are part of that project area, and it still ranks high. So we want to start to target those other parcels so we can have that complete project area, or try to make as complete as possible. Because if we remove it, then we can no longer go through that acquisition process on that project. Hopefully that helps answer the question.
So, let me follow up.
Yes, sir.
So, would it be safe to assume that that scenario is similar for other projects that were currently ranked higher than they are now?
Yes.
That they're in some process of acquisition?
Absolutely. So there's some acquisition or some things change. So,
Right, I see the non-eligible and the
yeah, let
drop.
me bump forward to this slide, which shows the recommended ranking that's coming from CLAM committee. Some of those properties fell off because they were considered non-eligible. And that's because on those parcels, development is already starting to happen and occur on those. Or we don't have homeowner participation, there's been no feedback, so we aren't getting, we're unable to move forward with those acquisitions. They fall within that non-eligible group.
Okay,
Or we've had homeowners or property owners, parcels say, I don't want to be part of the group, I don't want to be part of the CLAM program, so we remove those as into ineligible.
thank you.
So, yeah, and that just will reshuffle some of them around.
So that's applicable to the St. Mary's River Ranch too? Are we looking for more?
Yeah, we're gonna be
Parcels on
looking
it, that's
for,
multiple
yeah, we will.
parcels, okay.
And one of the things that's been part of the discussions is we look at that aggregate CLAM score average for those projects, which can be, 3 to 5 parcels, all the way up to 90 parcels for the Thomas Creek project area. So rather than removing projects that or parcels that we've already acquired within those project areas, because we don't want it to shift around the average too much, because we could unintentionally bump a project into ineligible. So we'll add, and as parcels go through that nomination process, so if new parcels are nominated, we can add them to projects later. So with Piney Island or with the St. Mary's River area, any parcel that's nominated that comes through, we don't necessarily have to come back to the board for re-ranking of the projects, but we can come back through the CLAM committee and to the board to add parcels to project areas. So
If I
it
could-
doesn't discount any parcels that want to be added.
Through the chair.
Yes, sir.
And I think that what Dr. Clem is highlighting is that your program is evergreen, right? So it's not a static program where you took a snapshot 5 years ago. Every year, there's a nomination process, there's a review, there's a ranking. And so there may be parcels who 5 years ago, the owner said, we're not interested, who come back around and say, now that we've seen the good work you're doing, we'd like to be part of the game. And so, give the team a lot of credit. It's a lot of work to continually update it every year. And so just think of it as a living program that's very interrelated. And again, it got talked about, but we work in projects, not parcels. And so each project, is multifaceted. There's a concept of keystone properties or keystone parcels. So you may have a project, and if you don't obtain the keystone property, the rest of the properties may not be worth obtaining. And so it gets more complex once you dig beyond the project itself and start looking at the individual parcels. But just like with water and other environmentally based things, the CLAM score, doesn't know what a parcel boundary is, right? Because it's looking
Because
at
of
the
the
natural
score of the
environment.
project,
And so
yeah.
we look at it in a broader perspective.
Yes, sir, Mr. Gray.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Dr. Clem, yeah, I really appreciate all the hard work, and please relay this to the CLAM committee, the re-ranking, and yourself, providing us all this information. I've seen it in our packet, but it's really good to have it right in front of you. I was noticing that the top 6 is basically all waterfront properties here in Nassau County. Yeah, watersheds, viewsheds, and things like that.
Yes, sir.
So I think it's very important that this ranking does occur every year by the committee and keeps us focused, because, there's properties, once they're gone, we don't ever have a chance to get them back. If we can get them in the CLAM, this is wonderful. So thank you very much for this and all your work, and please relay that onto the committee.
Oh, yeah, yes, thank you, Mayor.
Madam Chair.
Yes, sir, Mr. Martin.
Dr. Clem, I don't want to get ahead of you, because I know you went from the first page to the third page. Are you going to cover
Yes,
this
sir.
page?
Yeah,
I've got a question or two on that.
absolutely. So to kind of go back to where we were for context, this is where our priority projects were from the initial 2022 ranking. And as part of our ranking session with the CLAM committee, this is the actual ranking score and how they ranked everything from priority 1 all the way down to number 25. And this is how they ended up coming up with the recommendation for you all today. So these are the scores from those individual CLAM committee members.
Okay, Madam Chair,
Yes, sir.
can you guess what my question is going to be?
Related to the abstain votes?
No, I can understand someone's got a conflict because they may have interest in land.
Yes, the open slot.
No.
That was the other one.
No, third, no, third time's charm. Okay.
No,
Okay.
sorry.
I'll let you off the hook. I don't understand. We had this discussion when we first, at our first ranking too. I don't understand how for Piney Island, 4 CLAM members can say it's number 1, and 1 CLAM member can give it the lowest ranking of 15 in that top group. So I'm I'm not asking you to give me an explanation for that,
Yes, sir.
because I don't know who clan member number one is, and I'm not supposed to know that. That's okay, but I think some training needs to be done, because if someone's got a personal thing going on or whatever, I mean, that stuck out, there's a couple others in there, but this is the most egregious outlier to me, where 4 members can say it's number one, and 1 member says it's last place in the top 15. It doesn't make sense to me,
Yes, sir.
so.
Yeah, I'll definitely look more into that.
I'll let you continue, Mr. Clem.
So, based off of the ranking from the CLAM committee, that's what developed the new updates to the project ranking that we do have today. And that's what leads into that second map in your packet, where we have the new project areas that were added, such as the West St. Mary's River, as well as the Ralph E. Simmons Forest expansion. They were not on the previous 2022 project ranking. And the new recommended ranking coming from the CLAM committee for your approval today is that right column. And what we do have is an open slot in eligible group number, or in the eligible group, it's slot 25. And that idea is we have the ability to move a project that might end up becoming considered eligible. We can easily move it into that project area, or sorry, that eligible group. So kind of going into a little bit more detail, looking at those individual project areas, this outlines that final recommended rank to BOCC for today, 1 through 25, that CLAM project name, the number of parcels for those individual project areas, the total acreage, and the average project CLAM score for each one of those projects. And it's important to note that we have that priority in those eligible groups. If you're ranked high as number 1 in that priority group, it doesn't matter if you're ranked 15 in that priority group, we can go after those project areas the same. We're not prioritizing within those groups, we're just helping rank them to categorize them, to put them into those different groups. But overall, we're looking at about 318 parcels that are currently on our projects with a total acreage of 30,785 acres. So our requested action for today for the board is consider adoption of a resolution of the Board of County Commissioners in Nassau County, Florida, approving an updated priority group and eligible group ranking list under the Conservation Lands Acquisition and Management Program, providing for findings and providing an effective date.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Martin, second by Commissioner Farmer. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion carries 4-0. Thank you, Dr. Clem, and welcome to Nassau County. You have literally hit the ground boots running. We've worked together in the past, and I'm so happy to have you here with us.
Thank you so much. I'm grateful for the team and the opportunity, so I'm excited for the work to do together. So thank you all.
General public comment. Comments can only be used for items under the authority of the Board of County Commissioners. Time limit is 3 minutes. I still have no speaker cards. County Manager, any new business?
Not this morning, thank you.
Madam Attorney, you do have some business for us this morning.
I do, thank you, Madam
Yes.
Chair. The item before you that I'm requesting just consensus and direction on is I have been approached, both from a management perspective, county management, and from the court perspective on revisiting your Chapter 4, Section 4.9, allowing for alcohol consumption. Currently, you prohibit any alcohol consumption whatsoever on any public property. That includes your parks, your courthouses, and everywhere. I have been approached both, we have Westside Regional coming on track. We know that there are likely to be events there in which alcohol may be served. It would require licensing and that sort of stuff. And from the court's perspective, they do hold their in-court inside their courthouse. While they don't serve major alcohol, there is a social hour that has wine and beer ahead, and they would like to be able to do that. So I'm asking for your direction as to whether you would like me to revisit it and limit 4.9 potentially to just maintaining our prohibition overall, but allowing for exceptions for county or court-approved functions. And so I'm just seeking your
Madam Chair.
guidance on that.
Yes.
My feeling is that's a wonderful idea, and as Nassau County grows, and, you know, our citizens deserve that opportunity, so I'm in favor of it.
I'm also in favor of that. So I would say we move forward with exactly what she said.
I have a question.
Yes,
I'm in favor of it in general, Madam Chair, to the county attorney. So for these events like inns of court, or like when a new judge gets, what's it called?
Investiture.
Investiture and all that stuff. You know, whatever the ceremony is that's held at a public place where it's prohibited, would that be something that they would request?
They would have to request
An
it and say
exemption?
that it's a court, yes, under this exemption, court request. And it could grow further than this. Right now, I'm talking about a small ordinance change. However, as we get into special events that happen, we may be talking about permitting, showing us your licensing. So it's likely to grow, but I'm just talking about a stopgap at this time.
Okay, I'd be in favor of that.
Okay, and I will bring the ordinance back, of course, for public hearing and any input that you might have.
do you need a motion for tab J, or
I
just you
don't, I
have your
just
board
don't work
consensus?
and start amending your ordinances without the consensus of the board to do so. So I will make some changes and bring that back for your consideration.
Thank you.
Thank you.
County Commissioner business, any business come before the board, Mr. Martin?
I have none.
Mr.
Surprise, surprise, mark the date and time.
Okay, surprise, surprise. Good morning, Mr. Farmer, what do you have for us this morning?
You know, not a whole lot. I just wanted to say, I apologize to everyone that I wasn't able to make any of the MLK functions over the weekend due to some family illness. And just want to make sure that, you know, everybody went on the record of saying that, you know, it's a very challenging week last week, but everything's on the up and up. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Gray?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just congratulations to our employees for 20 and 30 years of service to Nassau County citizens. And I know this was a little bit early, but I did get this yesterday. It's Caitlin's Ride for Autism is coming up. It's going to be held in Hilliard on the west side again on Saturday, April 18th. Just, you know, they're going to be opening up registration, and I know y'all on the west side, the commissioners are really involved in all this. So that's all I have. I just want to give a shout out, and as the time gets closer, of course, I'll be bringing it up along with y'all as well. So that's all I have. Thank you,
Okay,
Commissioner.
great, thank you so much. And that, you know what, I had a couple items, and I'm just gonna wait till we have a full board consensus. I'm gonna wait for Monday evening, so, that will adjourn our meeting today. Thank you.